We are going to resume our Prepare Speak session now. Our next speaker, I request his evaluator, Mr. Vinod, to read out the guidelines.
fellow Toastmasters, and the speaker in particular. The speaker is attempting advanced project 5, bringing history to life, objectives. To understand the purpose of stories about historical events or people. To use the storytelling skills developed in the preceding projects to tell a story about a historical event or person. Time 7 to 9 minutes.
Our next speaker, for him, the country comes first. He has received a national award from the President for adventurous sports. He is a state level badminton player. He is the past president of Speakers Den and is also famous as an entertainer. Join me in welcoming Toastmaster Chandran.
Last week, while I was preparing to watch the movie of Milkha Singh, the legendary sprinter who made India proud way back in 1956, I couldn't help but to remember the other hero who brought shame to the world of sport. One of the most popular icons of our times came down crashing last year around the same time. The ace cyclist, someone who went on to attain the status of demigod in the world of sport, Lance Armstrong, was stripped of his medals and awards for testing positive against consumption of drugs and doping. Later it was revealed that he did cheat the sport throughout his career. So as fans and his admirers stood still in dismay and disappointment, nobody could figure out as to why a sporting legend like Lance Armstrong could cheat the very game, the very sport that brought laurels and fame to him. The fall of Lance Armstrong and many such other legends in the past have taught us one simple lesson to us about our global heroes. The hero that we admired once always comes with an expiry date. Well, it is said that life is not so muted. I remember watching Mohammad Azharuddin at an airport last month. He was all there, fit and fine, now an elected member of parliament. But he was treated like a non-person. In other words, someone who has been. I remember people sitting next to me watching Azharuddin spoke of him in the past, even in his presence. But sometimes the common man can also be very ruthless. Azhar had betrayed the legend Azharuddin. He was all that a cricketer could have been. Fit, generous, ambitious, in love with the Bollywood starlet, a legendary fielder, a great batsman, and an icon of Indian cricket. Yet, he smashed it all. Suddenly, Azhar had become the Azhar ordinary. I remember nobody even watched or nobody even stopped to take his photograph at the airport. Justice was rather quick for Mohammad Azharuddin, but the tragedy of Lance Armstrong dragged like a Hindi TV serial. Talking about Lance Armstrong, he was blessed with a great gift. He could create pockets of affection. He was also doubly heroic. He not only fought cancer successfully, which is a rare phenomenon, he also helped a lot of people across the globe fight cancer through his cancer foundation. So when the anti-US doping committee declared him as tainted, at first it appeared it's just an inquiry. People thought he's cursed twice. First in the form of cancer, and now an assault on his integrity. But as the truth seeped in, Lance Armstrong became the spiderweb of dishonesty. As the truth became unfolded, it was also known that at the backstage, he was as manipulative as one pocket. One also, imagine as to whether he was playing his own body double. So while pronouncing the verdict of the misdeeds of Armstrong, the judge rather got philosophical. He said, the history of this planet is filled with examples, with good men who did bad things. So as the truth spread like a fog, a lot of comments came from across the globe. Positive, negative, emotional. And why go so far? Closer home, there's a gentleman called Adip Bhandari, who stays just 4 kilometers from Antinagar, who cycles for about 40 kilometers every day, was disappointed. Lance Armstrong was the one reason that he took up to cycling. And let me emphasize on this, Armstrong is not just about cycling. He was one of the true inspirations across the globe for millions of people. And a true legend on his own term. It's difficult to believe as to why someone who suffered as much as he did, first in the form of cancer, then in the form of fighting against his own physical disabilities, achieved the sport at the end. It is said that fame and shame are two sides of the same coin. In a society, either you rise high or fall flat. The case of Lance Armstrong is a classic example of naive idolizing. We treat our heroes like demigods until they fail. We forget that in spite of being spectacular in their skill sets, they are also human beings. A majority of us sitting here in this audience may not be the fans of Lance Armstrong. So we're mere spectators, social observers. So it isn't coming to us as a shock. But there is a small section of people out there who believe in the hero. It was a moment of silence for them. Because they took pride in identifying themselves with the hero. So as far as people like us are concerned, maybe we are beginning to understand that a role model can also be a rogue.
Lance Armstrong, Ajay Jadeja, Asaruddin, you've seen them all. It's pretty disappointing, but Chandu's speech was enlightening, and thank you, Chandu, for that wonderful speech. We are done with our prepared speech session. Now I'd like to call the evaluator, general evaluator, to proceed.
Very limited time. So let's start off with Sergeant at Arms. Even though the clock has stopped today, she really used her own watch and then started sharp at 7 o'clock. Is that right? Can we have the timer report, please?
The meeting started at sharp 7. President took 6 minutes. Toastmaster took around on the whole 15 minutes. Speaker 1 Venkat, Toastmaster Venkat 7 minutes. Speaker 2 20 minutes. Speaker 3 Chandan 7 minutes.
Okay, I couldn't get anything from the Sergeant at Arms because I really didn't know what as to. Sorry for that. What else was okay, our president said that he wants 3 things from our members. What are those 3 things? What is that Venkat wants to contribute towards our society? There's something he feels that that's how he contributes to our society.
Being a better citizen, sir.
Okay, speaker 1, Venkat, he said that he compares Britishers to something and Indians to something.
Ants and honeybees.
Okay, in speaker to Apu's speech, we had a question where does the boy live? Where does he originally live?
New York.
Okay, that's it.
Now you ask me.
Or all the 4.
Alright.
Any one of the 4.
Okay, this one's a little. Okay, this one's a little bit. There are things that the man compares writing to in Apu's speech. There are 2 things he says that he finds writing as difficult as. What is that?
Crossing the Atlantic
That's
Ocean.
right. That's right.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Today's session was awesome and not many people, many Toastmasters and speakers use any filler words. I would say very few people have the short passes and long passes. Overall, it was really great. Thank you.
Our long list today,
You
the
can,
Sergeant Dance.
you can take less time.
Pick the top 2.
Thank you for that.
The Sergeant Dance, the usage of iterations, the sun, the surf, and the sand. And then there was a quadruple iteration by the Toastmaster. Our families, our friends, our club, our nations. Now I'm trying to cut it short. We had one more iteration by the speaker 1, Mr. Venkat, private organization, professional organization, and in personal organizations. But then I have one particular phrase by Venkat, which was technically a beautiful copy, but may hurt emotions of the audience. We have more engineers than street dogs. This is something which, because I understood this when I was an insulting officer yesterday, that there's a lot to do with the emotions of the audience also and of the speaker also. So you may have to look at to that general phrase. Okay. Then Apu's, we had many excellent phrases. For the first time I felt the power of the skyscraper, the roads and all that and something beyond that. There were many of them, but I have short time. I will go on to Vinod's particular phrase, life is a serious game, not to be played too seriously. Then Chandan was a treasure chest of excellent phrases. How could someone cheat the very game, the very sport, the very game and the very sport that brought fame and laurels? Observe the usage of the phrase here. Yet he smashed it. That phrase usage is very powerful the way it was delivered. Dragged like a Hindi TV serial. A role model could also be a rogue. So these are the phrases, and the power of the phrases, the way they are delivered, is something I learned and I really thoroughly enjoyed them. Hope you all enjoyed them too.
Sergeant Shivani, you are very confident, you are always coming up in front of the lecture, and you are always coming up with good new ideas. That's what I like about it. When you started off talking about new global center in China, I was really wondering what what this thing is. I have not heard of this actually. 24-hour sunlight and all that. And you very beautifully connected it to the theme and you connected it back to sunshine. You did a wonderful job. Can we have a big round of applause? And Priyadarshi President, you started with the Big Bang. You reiterated your 3 objectives which you talked about in the installation ceremony. I think people who did not attend the installation ceremony, they got a glimpse of it. Thank you very much. And you also talked about this Tan, Man and Dhan. That's a very beautiful thing. Nobody has used this. So really I liked your presidential speech today. And you want to make Sunshine Memorable Club and we are all with you in this. And Manjushri, you did a wonderful job. I really love it. Started with Radhe Basanti and I was hoping, some lines will come from you, You're a good singer. So please keep that in mind whenever you get a chance, please sing. Just 2 lines from it. And you also introduced the speakers very well actually today. You have done your homework very well. And after the speech also you were really connecting to the speaker and the audience, what he was speaking about. That was also very wonderful. And you have taken 15 minutes. I think it's alright. I really enjoyed your MC role today. And first speaker, Venkat, we can have a round of applause. First speaker, Venkat, evaluator.
Good evening, Toastmaster, future Toastmaster, and the speaker in particular. The project is called Get to the Point. The project asks you to not be nervous on stage, but my God, I cannot find an adjective to describe your confidence on stage. That was commendable. Can you have a big round? My job today is to evaluate your technique and not your content. So technique-wise, this is what I have to say. Your project asks you to just organize your speech and get to the point. But you were a delight. You had a very interesting opening. You had a personal experience. When you give a personal experience, we know you're not lying. So the audience believe you. So there was conviction in the speech. You had body language and a lot of characters. The point that you had characters in your speech gave you scope for you to move out of the stage and use your body language. And I think you carried out that really well. Congratulations on that. You had voice modulations. With many characters, when you don't change your voice, it becomes a little monotonous and we don't find to get the difference. But you modulated your voice, which is again very good for us to understand as the audience. Funny, of course. If a speaker is funny on stage, the audience gets attracted like this. Was he funny enough for you all to get attracted?
Yes.
Congratulations. There you go. Final word is with the audience, and I think you attracted them with your speech. Congratulations for that. Now you asked a lot of questions. When you ask a lot of questions, we can relate to the speech. We feel like we are a part of speech, and including the audience as a part of your speech is a very good technique that the pajanderings of public speaking use. So I think you're picking up on that skill. Congratulations on that. You had many wonderful phrases. You had a lot of metaphors. I liked the ant and the honeybee comparison. And the buses was really funny. It was honest. It was just from the heart. It was a lot of frustration put in good words. The bottom, top, side. I really love that. Congratulations on that. Now, your speech asked for a general purpose and a specific purpose. You were asked for a general purpose, but your speech was informative, persuasive, and inspiring. So you had 3 general purposes all intertwined into one speech. Congratulations, it's commendable and impeccable. Your specific purpose was to be responsible towards the society. For people like Manju and I who break the traffic signals, that was very inspiring and persuading. I will get to the persuasive part a little later, but congratulations. You had your objectives and you targeted them really well, and the opening, body and conclusion were intertwined very well. It was like one great salad tossed together very well. Now, as an evaluator, I have to give you some suggestions so you grow as a speaker. So this is what I have to say. You usually tend to start with and. Please avoid that. You have one sentence, stop it right there. So you use the stage, you were kind of here. We'd love to see what you're wearing. As women, we'd love to observe shoes. So please use this part of the stage as well. So now you can see what I'm wearing on my feet. Now, you touch your mouth when you forget something or you take time to recollect, so please avoid that. When you do this, your volume also goes low, so we have to lean towards your speech, so kindly avoid that. And this is what the persuasive part is about. When you are persuading, I want you to work on your conclusion. When it is persuading, I want your conclusion to be strong. Take a nail and hit it in the forehead. So I want your persuasion conclusion to be really strong and a little more elaborate. But other than that, one thing that I observed about Venkat is that he's a good speaker. With his P2, he was a good speaker. For a bad speaker to become a good speaker, there is a lot of scope. But for a good speaker to reinvent himself, commendable job. A big round of applause.
Boy, did she leave anything for me? She has done a thorough evaluation, so I will not spend much time. Venkat, you have chosen a very relevant topic, and I have been seeing you for a long time, and you have grown as a very, very confident speaker now. And you have overcome all that fear, and I don't see anything of that sort nowadays. You are very, very natural and very confident. Just keep it up. And after and our second speaker, Apu, evaluator Anand.
So this is an interpretive reading. It's totally different from the normal speech. The guidelines clearly tell that the speaker should not do eye contact with the audience. But it also, manual clearly says that he should have spoken to the MC, and MC should have told the audience that this, in the interpretive reading, the eye contact will not be done and the audience has to be ignored. And did you feel ignored?
Yeah.
So you achieved the purpose. but we didn't know that we will be ignored. So that I think that was a little bit of thing. Another very interesting thing is the manual clearly says give the material as necessary to fall into the given time frame. We come to Toastmasters every minute, every second counts. Therefore, please avoid, and even if you take a minute extra, it's okay. 5 minutes, 4 minutes extra is not, it's okay to start with, but I think we should not, it's not only for him, but even for all of us when we do a project. Let's stick to the guidelines given by Toastmasters. They are given after a lot of research. And let's respect the research done by Toastmasters. So that's only a small thing. You occasionally, now let's come to the specific project. You occasionally specifically say don't do eye contact. You did occasionally do eye contact. That is actually, that's what I felt. And there were actually very good characters, the old man and the boy, and you did do very good vocal variety. I could identify it if you were talking about a different character is speaking once you change your voice. But I could not make out from the body language who was speaking, which character was speaking. So maybe others understood, but I did not. There were very good usage of the word like 14-inch gun, pick up the mountains. You did all that very well coming across the Atlantic. Everything was good. What you could have done is choose something which is little, because I think because you are choosing something, if audience don't understand the entire thing, they lose interest. So the key challenge for you or anybody when they are doing interpretive reading is to choose something which has multiple characters and get the emotion and understand. But at the same time, you have to make sure that the audience understands what was the main plot. So the plot has to be simpler. Here the plot is simpler. There are 2 or 3 people talking about how somebody became successful. But their involvement, I don't know whether they enjoyed or were involved throughout the speech or not. So maybe it's a tough thing, easier said than done. But we are here to set the bar higher, so that's why I would think we should do that. Otherwise, it's a very challenging task, and you did a great job, and you are continuing to move at the speed of the bullet train. So continue your journey. All the best for your future.
Apu, the first thing is timing. Okay? So it is 12 to 15 minutes. If you are taking 5 minutes more, 1/3 of the time you are taking more. So you already set that point. So next time, just keep it in mind. And actually, how many of you understood the play? So one more thing, Apu, what you can do is, next time when you are doing this one, you are supposed to send your script also to the evaluator so that he can do justice for evaluation. And to the MC also, or you could have said that also. If not MC, what the play is about, though you said it in one sentence, if you explain to the audience briefly what it is about, why you have chosen it, what is the scene, something about it, then we can easily follow it. Because the main thing is you are not supposed to do eye contact, and if we don't understand the play, we get lost. That can happen. So next time I think if you do a little bit more effort, so I think it can be more enjoyable. Okay? So next one is and Chandan's speech. Who is the evaluator? Yeah.
Call him, no?
He's waiting for the call.
Yeah, yes, come from here. I have to give you.
Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and Mr. Chandan in particular. Chandan, if I was to repeat all the wonderful phrases you said, I'll be giving another speech. And I won't be able to say it just as good as you said it. But I would say this, a few of the things that have not been repeated. You said, he beat cancer and helped heal cancer in others. The judge became philosophical. The judge became philosophical and said, the world is full of good people who do bad things. Fame and shame are the two sides of the same coin. I will remember that. That's a beautiful phrase. And it is so true. You see so many people high up falling so low. So, the role model can also be a role. I enjoyed your speech. It was very well delivered. But I got a little confused in the beginning. I think if I was to, correct me if I'm wrong, your subject was either doping or cheating, or it was a role model going wayward, or it was falling from the grace. It could all be combined as one. But when you started with Milka Singh, the movie, and then you went on to Nazruddin. Huh? Okay, forgive me, I'm still in a little jet lag. I couldn't connect them. I would say you may like to make it more clear, keep it straight. Okay? So, I would also be very happy